Okay, this may be boring to some. I don't know. Okay, that's a little, little chicken picking type thing. Now, it would sound really, really, really cool on electric, even if it was just electric. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and teach you that lick. Okay, it's really easy. And you could slide it in from the G if you wanted to, because that's a flat 7. That's your dominant note, by the way. Okay? Okay, so that's your root. So let me show you some little shortcuts here. This is a 1 to 4. This is a 1 to 5. And this is a 1 to 6. 1 to 5. And this is a 1 to a flat 7. Okay, anytime you do that, that's a shortcut. Okay, if I did this, that right there, if I'm in A, your flat 7 is always a whole tone below your root. Now, it's not that obvious because you're on a stringed instrument, and you can't really see what's going on there, okay? But this right here is a root and a flat 7, and you must have that. But it's not so obvious. When I play this, I'm playing da, 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 da. Now, I'm just going to sing the blues, okay? Going to just sing a blues, just a really, really easy da, 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 da. Now, this is not the chords of the blues, though. See how they're not, and by the way, it's a little loud, but I'm having problems with tuning my guitar because I've got some adjustments to make. Okay, and I've tried to several times. I've got some bad tuning keys. Okay, da, 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 da. Now, you can get away with it, but that is not a blues chord. Okay, and that is the chord you want, and I'm not going to make it yet. Okay, this is the chord you want to have. Okay, this is the chord you want to have. Okay, I'm doing blues. Okay, now I'm going to show you the difference. Okay, if you choose to do it like that, you can get away with it, especially if you got a bass player, which is going like this. Something like that, okay? But this right here, until I lift up this finger, now you can hear that's a blues, and I can play that song completely. Da, 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 da. And watch this. Do, do, do. Now, what is that? What is that cool note there? Okay? There is your 1 and 8. That's an octave. Those notes are A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. Always will be. Okay? Now, if I now lift up the finger here of the octave, and it's barred here, now that's what happens. You end up getting this note right here, and that is always a whole tone or 2 half tones below. So if you were playing an A, you're going to go on the piano, for instance, or a guitar, doesn't matter. Here's the A, here's the G sharp or A flat, and here's the G. Okay, it's always there, okay. It's always there. Now, I cannot get a true blues sound unless I'm maybe doing a minor, but that's not a dominant blues, okay? You really want to get da, 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 and that right there is A7 flat 9, and I'll go over it later on maybe. Da, da. Now, all this stuff that we do right here, and I apologize, the guitar is not a little loud. I've tuned it several times today. Now, as I go through, I want to show you that the guitar can be out of tune, and I guess we're going to make it do. Okay, this is an A, okay, and all that is an A and E. That, you know, that's A, that's the 1 and the 5, okay? And then I do this. If you've been playing very much, you know, you're gonna hit that all the time, okay? It doesn't matter whether you're doing it up here. This is an A7. Which has got your G note in it. Which, think about it, if here's an A, here's the semitone down, which is G sharp, which is the leading tone going to A, up to A, if you're thinking going up, okay, and then you go, okay, so that would be a G. Same thing here. but you've got to notice where the notes are, okay? So I've got an A. So we're going to be finding a G, anything that we do. Okay, by the way, that's an A, that's an A7 right there. It must have, and bear with me, it must have, doesn't have to have a 5 in it. And you need to go up in the scale. And I will continue to say that on every video. You need to go up in the scale and you will not have any problems getting around on your piano. Guitar, piano, it doesn't matter. I play a 5-string banjo. I play a lot of different instruments. And you just need to know the basics and it all starts following through. It works on, as far as I know, on every instrument I ever tried. Harmonica, anything, you know. And if it wasn't for the blues notes, harmonica and guitar and everything just wouldn't be able to play the blues. Okay, you left out that one thing, that dominant, you wouldn't get very good blues unless you're going to a minor blues. And actually, you wouldn't get it there either because all you have, you still need that flat 7, but it's a minor blues. It's not dominant anymore. Okay, and it would be maybe something like this. I haven't looked at it. You know, something like that. I'd have to look at the notes and everything. But staying on this right now. Okay. No, that would be, let me see something. Yeah, that would work. Okay. Let me verify. Yep, that works. Okay. We'll go over that later on. Okay. But this is an A, and I put my hand down right here, and it's not so obvious what's going on. But finger right down, I mean. And then, but don't forget that we've got a capo across here. Capo. The head. We have a head there. And it holds everything you can do. Okay? Okay, so you have something there, and it's hard to see it's there. Okay? But it's there, because if I went like this, I keep on kind of running into it. Well, at least one time. Okay? So now if I go like this, I have an A7. A7 is a dominant chord. When you say A7 or C7 or D7 or G7 or F7 or E flat 7 or G flat 7 or B flat 7, it doesn't matter what it is in any kind of form. There's 12 notes. Okay? For you, I've noticed that something that's just helped me tremendously. I use KineMaster or KineMaster. The guy from the place said it was KineMaster, so I heard him pronouncing it like that. So I assume it's KineMaster instead of KineMaster. But anyways, I've been doing something, and it might show, but I've been doing this right here where I go like this. And for a long time, I was really just having to start all over on video when I made a mistake, because I'm thinking like many miles an hour in my head, and I'm thinking, what do I want to cover? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? There's sort of like literally, well, there's a lot, many other things you can do. And so what I started doing, I started doing this. And that shows up on my video in slow motion as I'm going through it. And then you don't have to keep on cutting and pasting and things like that when you make a mistake. And it's not that I'm, proud I never make a mistake, but I don't want to mislead anybody if I find something and later on I'll go back over to either, I've got probably 6, 7, 8, 10 videos that I've taken off, some little something that I did. I take it off, make it private or something like that, and later on maybe put it back on. I have 500 videos, so it's a lot to keep track of. Okay, so you're doing an A7 here, okay? And why is it an A7? Let's just go over that again, because it's going to have the notes of A. Doesn't have to have the 5th, which would be an E. It doesn't have to. It has to have the G, which is a whole tone down from the root, and that's pretty much all it has to have. Okay, so you're going to have 3 notes in there. You would have 4 notes in there if you include the E in there, which is more or less the 5th, and it has a tendency to mellow it out. But a lot of times you don't want. Let me show you something. Let me show you the quickest and the fastest 13th you can make right here. That's a 13th. From here to here. If you would count from there to third, I haven't done it, but if I count it from there to there, that's an octave, right? That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, 13. Okay? And right there. So that's a 13. I mean, I could have counted like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay? That sounded like that song. Da, 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 da. Okay, so that's a 13. But a better sounding 13th, or not a better sounding, but okay, and guitar's a lot of tune. Okay, and so that right there on a piano, it really is. That's a sharp 9s, 13s, and so forth. They have a tendency to really have some kind of flair to them. You know, that note doesn't really go, but when you put it all together, it's got a real nice sound. Okay, so anyway, so I'm going to go back to what makes just a straight dominant. I'm having an A here, and an A has an A. Okay, it'll always almost have a tendency to have the 5th in there, but in piano it's not necessary, and really in jazz to begin with it's not necessary, and you surely get the skeleton feel of the song without having the 5th in there, but the 5th has a tendency to give it a nice mellow sound. So on a guitar chord, if I make this chord right here, that's a G, okay, I'm going to have a D in it, G, A, B, C, D. G, A, B, C, D, right? I'm going to have a D in there because there's only one sharp in there. It's G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. It's your leading tone. Okay? So it sounds good, but if you took the 5 out, which you could do just by kind of just holding your hand, your finger, and kind of deadening that D string, see, it doesn't sound natural, but when I put it back in there, it gives it that nice drone sound. Okay, and right here, if I do it this way, and I could deaden this string too somehow, but there's no purpose to it. You know, if I decide to do it, I could do it like, I don't know, it doesn't sound as good. Okay, but if I'm on A, I will have an A, straight A. I will have A. Now I'm just going to say A, B, C sharp, D, E, okay, and that's it. A, B, C sharp, E. I just counted and I left out the 2 and the 4, okay, and that's all you need, because that is all you're doing is making an A, and this is an A right here. And that note is an A, right? And it's not being